Hello, VG Time here, bringing you another budget deck profile. This is for the Dragonball leader. If you go into your local Target or game store, you might see the Shenron trial deck, and you might want to know how you could upgrade it to make it a little bit better and more playable for locals. Now, over time, this leader had got a lot of his power taken away from it due to bannings and erratas. So this is another route you could take to upgrade your deck. So on the front side, he's a Dragonball. He has an activate main that says that you rest him to search your deck for 2 Dragon Balls and add it to your hand. And we'll go over what the Dragon Balls do a little later. Then when you have 7 Dragon Balls in your drop area, you're allowed to make a wish to Shenron to turn him over into Miraculous Arrival Shenron. This card is very powerful. It has 3 effects. It's an activate main once per turn. And it says you can either draw a card, play a desire card that is equal to or less than the amount of energy that you have. And last but not least, he has his ultimate skill where you could banish or remove from game 7 Dragon Balls in your drop area, choose a battle card, give it plus 10k power, and triple attack. So you see that's a very powerful effect. So what made Shenron really powerful, besides the abilities on him, were the cards that supported him. Before you had a Child's Wish and World Peace. World Peace comes in the trial deck. World Peace has since been diminished in power, and if you want to know what the errata does, you could look it up. But we're going to go a different route. We're going to run a card called Assembling the Squad. Now, we run 3 copies of this card because of the nature of Shenron. You go through your deck really fast, so you don't really need to have more than 3. But Assembling the Squad says that 1 is a desire in all area, and if your leader card is a Shenron card, choose 1 battle card from your deck with an original cost of 2 or less and a power of 15,000 or less, and play that card and shuffle your deck. So it allows you to, put things into play from your deck, directly from your deck. So if you don't see what you need in hand, you just play it directly from the deck. Later in the game, once Shenron is in this side, you can play this card for free and get some value. Then we play 1 Restoring the Universes. This card, when you first read it, it's pretty strong, but it also seems pretty bad when you first read it until you build in a way to take advantage of its effect. But its effect goes as follows. It has desire in all areas. You could choose 2 battle cards from your drop area with an energy cost of 4 or less and 15,000 power or more, and 2 battle cards from your opponent's drop area with energy cards cost 4 or less and 15,000 power or more. And if your leader card is Shenron, play the chosen cards from your opponent's drop area and their battle area, then play the chosen cards in your drop area and your battle area in rest mode. So, again, a lot of people look at that and go, well, you don't even get the cards in active mode. What good is that? But we'll go over why this is good later on. Then we have the Dragon Balls themselves. We play 5 regular Dragon Ball. It's a 0 cost extra card that says draw a card. You can have a total of 7 Dragon Balls period in your deck, so just keep that in mind. And the last 2 are 2 1-star ball. This is a promo, but it's a very cheap promo. And its effect is you get to draw a card, and then both you and your opponent discards a card. So it's good for a little bit of hand control early in the game and to get cards that you want in the graveyard. And then to abuse those Dragon Balls and those Desire cards, we play 3 Dragon Radar. It has 2 effects. The first one is you search the top 7 for up to 2 Dragon Balls and or Desire cards. Add it to your hand. Or you could look in your drop area and grab 2 Dragon Balls or Desire cards and add it back to your hand. So most of the time you use it to bring back 1-star balls to hand loot people, or you bring back regular Dragon Balls as a free draw for 1 cost to draw to, or you can bring back the desired cards to use their effect multiple times. Then, like every leader, you have to run your 4 super combos. So I have those 4 right here. I went with Temporal Rescue Trunks because it's easy for you to fill up your drop area. And this super combo has Sparking 5 that allows you to combo with it and draw a card. Also, he's always 0-10k, which means that when you're underneath effects that restrict you from being able to activate your skills, he still is at least a free 10k combo to help you defend attacks. So you have to have an engine around those desire cards as well as around Shenron's effects. And I chose to go with this one. Now, assembling the squad brings out a 2-drop 15k or less. Doesn't get much better than our girl warrior Brienne de Chateau. She's 2-drop 10k with barrier, so once you get her out there, it takes a little effort to get her off the field. And then when you play her, you get to search the top 7 cards of your deck for a Maiden Squadron card. She herself is Maiden Squadron as well as her various forms and all her friends. Next, we play 4 copies of Maiden Squadron Leader Ribrianne. Beautiful card. Its effect is pretty simple. When you evolve her on top of Brienne de Chateau, she has an evolve for 1 and double green. She gets to pop a battle card. Then the second effect is irrelevant in this, but if you did want to run Kunkunsa and Rosie, when she attacks, she makes your opponent discard 2 cards at random. And last but not least, and probably what you're going to use the ultimate of Shenron on, we have Ribrianne Transformation Complete. Again, another promo, but this promo is actually pretty cheap. You don't have to get the Judge promo. When you evolve her for 1 green onto a 5 cost or higher Ribrianne, you play her into active mode. And then when she swings, she makes your opponent discard 2 cards at random. She's 30k double strike. So when you activate Shenron and give her the effect of triple attack, that's 6 cards out to hand and she's 40k at that point. So that's your win condition engine. Now to get there, you have like a cool little sub engine here. We play 3 Ribrianne Boundless Heart and 3 Rabanra Maiden Devotee. These 2 cards right here have come into play abilities, one of which is to discard 2 cards in the case of Rabanra, and in case of Ribrianne, to pop a card, ignoring barrier. Doesn't matter what the card is. So, as we showed earlier with the Desire, these are the cards you want to really bring back with Restoring the Universe, and since there's 4k and 15k attack or greater. So you play Restoring the Universe, you bring these back. Whatever cards they bought back most likely is going to get popped, and then they have to discard 2 cards. But that's not the only card we play with those 2 cards to abuse them. Because they're both Maiden Squadron, we get to play 4 copies of Maiden Transformation. This card takes 2 Maiden Squadrons, 4 or less. So that's the Rabanra and the Ribrianne I just showed you, as well as Brienne de Chateau, and puts them into play in active mode. So you get to trigger their effects and everything. Unlike the Desire, though, you do have to hard cast this. So it's kind of susceptible to counterplays, but I think it's really worth the risk because of the amount of value you could get from it. And that's the whole Maiden lineup. And then I have a small yellow card package to help with defense. First we have 2 Bingo Tournament Grand Prize. This card is pretty cool. You pay 1, you give your leader, that's a Shenron, plus 5k, and then you retrieve a Dragon Ball from your deck or the graveyard. So if you're running a little behind on awakening on time or wishing on time, you could use this card to get the card out your deck. And if you already are on track, but you want to be able to just draw an extra card on your turn, you could use this, give your leader 5k, get back a Dragon Ball, draw a card, or get back a Dragon Ball, make them discard a card with the 1-star ball. Then we play a full play set of Personal Ambition. This card is actually pretty snapped in half. A single yellow is a desire, and you pay 1 yellow to draw a card, and then untap an energy. Of course, your leader has to be Shenron to use it, but the reason why that's really significant is that on turns where you have to tap out with your Shenron leader on the backside, you could then use his skill to play this desire for free to draw a card to untap your energy so that you have energy up to be able to defend yourself. And to defend yourself, we are running 2, 3, 4 copies of Flying Newwst. This is a negate, pretty generic, but the reason why I run a yellow pack is because you have to be able to discard a yellow card to prevent your opponent from attacking with more than one more battle card for the rest of the turn. So they have a wide board, they swing in carelessly with their leader, you Nimbus them, you discard a yellow card, and then they can't attack with battle cards for the rest of the turn. And it effectively ends their turn and brings it back to you so that you can get your advantage back up and overpower them. So that right there is a deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'll be back soon with another one of these upgraded trial decks that you could do to be able to be successful at locals.